now to research that has just been published that shows a definite link between vitamin D deficiency and hypertension. This was a huge study with a total of 155,000 participants. So there really is very little argument about the results. And some experts are now saying that it is time to fortify food with vitamin D. Well, for more on this, I'm joined now by consultant nutritionist Gaye Godkin. Gaye, thank you very much for coming in to us this morning. How big a deal is this study? I mean, it shows a causal link between vitamin D deficiency and hypertension.
Well, up to now, all of the studies have been observational. So they've been observing various different vitamin D patterns in relation to hypertension. But observation studies you can't deduce causality. So this is a study called D-Cardia. And basically it recruited 155 participants. There are 35 studies involved.
155,000?
Yes, sorry, 100, yes.
A bit of a difference.
And there are 35 studies involved between America and Europe. And they were looking at the genetic markers. So basically little faults on the genes that was causing the genes to switch on the problem that high blood pressure would occur.
That ultimately led to high blood pressure.
Exactly. So what the results found was that a 10% increase in serum vitamin D in your blood led to an 8% decrease in the risk of developing hypertension, in other words, blood pressure.
And that's very significant because hypertension, high blood pressure, it's a big killer and it goes undiagnosed very often too.
Well, this is the real issue, is being undiagnosed and its relationship with cardiovascular disease. Now, the World Health Organization say that 1 in 3 people have some form of raised blood pressure, and it is also more in the ageing population. And if you consider now in Ireland here, we have a very big ageing population. So once you get over sort of 45, 50, you're at higher risk. Again, it is a disease of lifestyle. You know, you can prevent it. That's the important thing. Exercise, not smoking, losing weight, eating the right foods. Now, the Mediterranean diet has been proven to prevent hypertension occurring. And again, up to now, they haven't been able to make the direct link between people living in the Mediterranean and being in the sunshine and having vitamin D. There is another very important nutrient, which is omega-3.
Let's move on to that in a minute. Let's just stick with vitamin D just for one moment first. I mean, to stay with this study. The big thing about vitamin D in a country like Ireland is that we have very low levels of it. Can you tell me just how low are our blood levels of vitamin D here?
Yes, well, because of our latitude, we're so far away from the equator, we're under cloud cover for most of the year. And the best way to get vitamin D is from sunshine. So it's made in your skin, and then it goes to the liver and the kidneys and it's stored. And in actual fact, if you get enough vitamin D over the summer, it can do you for up to maybe between 45 and 60 days. But it's virtually impossible to get it in Ireland during the winter unless you're eating the kind of foods that are high in vitamin D, which are fat-soluble foods, and Irish people are simply not eating fats.
So we're cutting out too many fats and we're not getting the fat-soluble vitamins that we need.
Absolutely.
So, Gaye, what does it... OK, we know that we are low in vitamin D in Ireland in general. Now we know that vitamin D deficiency is linked to high blood pressure. Is it time to fortify food or to in some way, make sure that everybody's taking vitamin D supplements?
Well, the fortification of food may not be enough, in my opinion. The recommended daily allowance...
It would be better than nothing, though, wouldn't it?
It would absolutely be better than nothing.
So is it a first step?
Is it a first step? Well, some of the food companies are already doing it. But I really think that we do need to look at the recommended daily allowances. All babies must supplement with vitamin D up to 1 in Ireland. However, in the UK, babies must supplement with vitamin D up to 5. I mean, we've practically the same latitude. It's just different national plans. You know, the HSE recommend.
So, and even that thing of supplementing babies up to the age of 1, that's quite a new development in Ireland. It's only in the last few years, isn't it?
Well, in 2008, when they discovered that rickets are back amongst babies in Ireland, so the HSE recommend 200 international units of vitamin D per day up to the age of 1. However, in the UK, it's up to the age of 5. So, you know, and then the European Food Safety Authority have issued a scientific opinion for all European citizens regardless whether you're a man or a woman, that once you are over the age of 60, you need to either get vitamin D from sunshine or food, or you need to supplement. So you need between 800 and 1,000 international units per day, and that's across Europe.
800 to 1,000 international units. So that would be your recommendation to anyone watching who is concerned about hypertension. All right, well, listen, Gaye, thank you very much indeed for coming in to us this morning.